Hello, people. Welcome in. Welcome into the inner journey. So while we're waiting for people to hop on in, would you please drop where you're from in the chat?
New
From New
Jersey.
Jersey. Hello from Eiffel in Germany. Well, hello, folks. Welcome in. So thank you for joining us here today. And I would just want to introduce you to our facilitator today, a truly phenomenal and gifted human being with a very big heart. That's Sioux Storm. So, Sue is a profound healer and artist and has been facilitating healing for over 40 years. She's also the author and artist of her Oracle deck, and her signature work is Totem Portraits. And they are sought after and hung in many homes all over the world. And her work has touched many lives, and I cannot wait for her to touch yours too. Here's Sioux Storm.
Thank you. Well, I'm really excited to share this sacred space with you here today. And if you could just take a few moments and get settled in your seat and take a deep breath with me, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And do it a couple of times with a count of 5, holding that breath. That feels better. Now I want you to imagine, just for the time that we're together, if you would imagine a cord going up to source, and then it drops right down into the center of this circle that we're creating here. And then with a cord from your heart, go to the middle of this circle. And this is how we're all going to be connected together here today. Okay? Just take a couple moments. All right. And with just a show of hands or a click of an icon, who here absolutely loves animals? Yeah. You just love them to pieces. Okay. Now, who here has taken the step of loving animals by learning the spiritual meanings behind what animals teach us? Raise their hand. Okay. Awesome. And who here has taken it one step further and has worked with them energetically? I see that we have a bunch of my peeps, my people hanging around here. You know, ever since I could remember, truly, ever since I could remember, I have seen spirit animals around people. It's so much that I really think my mom thought I was delusional because I would always be going up to her, "Hey, did you see this monkey? Hey, did you see the tiger over there? This person's got a wolf, Mom." I really, truly, truly believe that my mother thought I was crazy. So I was very blessed that I drove her crazy enough, because by the time I was 16, she was able to send me to and work with the Native Americans with the tribe, the Senecas. That wasn't too far from us, the reservation in Western New York. And I learned from many of the grandmothers their ways and their practices for life and healing. And I truly enjoyed that, and I loved it. Yet I didn't pursue this path. I didn't pursue it at all. I went on to study psychology, and I wanted to become an art therapist. And I ended up working as an art director, which is all another lifetime ago. Because it was when one of my mentors, she really inspired me a lot. And when she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer at stage 4, I'm going to tell you, it really took a toll on me, because I had made her a promise. I promised her that I would do a fine art show. However, in a fine art show, you have to have a theme. So my theme was to paint people's portraits that I knew that really had touched me. And I decided that I was going to paint what I saw. I painted their totems. Well, this totally opened up a new pathway for me. You know, it totally altered my course of being, because what happened through painting these portraits, I helped people start discovering their own unique gifts, their own special vibe, and what they had to offer. Bottom line, I helped them discover their superpower. And through painting thousands of portraits over the years, I discovered deeper ways to work with these energies. You see, animals have certain vibrations and frequencies, like everything we see in this world. Each animal has its own unique vibration and its essence. And this is what I want to teach you. This is what I want for people to really reflect on in their own lives. This is the energy. And this is quite commonly used. We see signs, right? Animals, we see these signs and we go, oh my goodness, I saw a deer today. Oh no, I don't usually see a deer. No. What does this mean? I gotta go look it up. It's a sign. Ooh, there was a fox. What does that mean? So we go and we seek guidance from an oracle deck. And hopefully it's the Unlocking the Wisdom oracle deck that you're seeking it from, just to say. And as we dive deeper into this work, you know, we're going to discover that that's not all there is to it. Not at all. Just going for the signs. I begin to notice we can harness these same energies and implement them in a different way. Like using them for healing and changing the energy of a room that we walk into. I'll share with you, since this is around Christmas and the holidays, how many of you are going to go see relatives? And those relatives, it's like, it's a little heavy sometimes. You get a little uncomfortable. Everybody's looking at you, so you might want to shift the energy in the room. So you're going to want to call in a coyote. Coyotes love to shift the energy. They love to stir the pot a little bit and get things moving. And so you have that intent before going that you're going to call in the coyote and have this energy for you, so that it doesn't necessarily have to be so heavy for you. And this is how we co-create new realities in our lives, by using these animals, by using this energy this way. I began to see a pattern, when we use the energies this way. And it's like forming a language. It's like the ABCs, but in animal language. And this is where I created Totem Language Wheel as a result of this, and continuing to use this as a tool for my life and my healing sessions. And I'm so excited to share this all with you today. And I want to ask, how many people here are very familiar with spirit animal guides? Just raise your hand. That's great. That's great. And how many of you truly see them, feel them around you all the time? So? Well, this, my friends, is a dimension that I live and breathe in. Because you're in a specific dimension when you are working with them. And did you know that spirit guides and spirit animal guides go for training? And that you can actually replace your guide when you need to? However, that's a whole course in itself. However, today we're going to go on a journey where you're going to go where the spirit animals are being trained and guided, and you're going to meet new guides for the coming year. And this guide that you're going to be meeting has been specifically trained for the new earth energies coming in. And it will know how to work with the power of the horse, which is all about divine feminine energy. And it's going to be able to work with the element of fire. And the element of fire really makes us take action. Now, you may decide to embrace this new energy vibration and release your old guide to go back for more training and then come back to you. Or they can move on to someone who will match the vibration to where they are currently at. But before we get started on this journey, let's look back at the year. Okay? I would like you to look back at your year and what has been a success for you, and what has been a real challenge for you, and to write down, to really write that down on a piece of paper. Just do a scan of through January to December. Write down what has been a challenge and what might have been a phenomenal success for you on this piece of paper. And I really want you to take note on how many successes to blockages. So we'll give you a few moments here to do this. And when you're done, if you can give me a sign. It's okay. From the Netherlands. That's great. We love the Netherlands, as well as Germany. I have to make sure the Germans don't get jealous. Today was all set up because of people from Germany protesting. And Jill, I am so grateful that you came back again. It's exciting.
Me too. Thank you. I loved last time. I got a sign from my pet and everything with the snowflake mark.
Shh, 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 shh,
Oh, sorry.
shh, shh. Okay. All right. Now that you're aware of your successes and your blocks, which do you notice that you have more of? The successes or the blocks? Christian's saying successes he has more. Wow. That's fantastic, guys. You are not the typical 2025 people that I know of. So, what I'd like you to do, though, is now fold up that piece of paper and hold it in your right hand. This is true. It depends on how we look at successes and blocks. And I want you to take a notice how you feel in your body when you hold this piece of paper and everything. How does it feel in your body, the successes and the pieces of the blockages? Just take notice. You know, maybe you're holding some tension in your shoulders, so I want you to kind of let it loose. Notice that where there's any tension in your body, and I want you just to breathe into it slowly, releasing that tension with your breath. Okay? And take a notice, is there another part in your body that has a little bit of tension? And breathe into that. And allow that to go. Now, I want you to drop into your heart center, okay? And I want you to place your left hand gently on your heart. And you're going to start drumming. Yeah. Holding that piece of paper in your right hand and drumming with your left hand. Begin to closing your eyes. And when you feel you're in your body, you're fully in your body, you can let go of your hand and just be. Take a deep breath and just let it out. And just be here. Just be here now. Because we're going to go on a journey. We're going to go on a long journey. Taking another deep breath in. Notice the sweetness and the coolness in the air as we're letting it out. And as you're standing there, you're realizing you're standing in an open field with tall grasses, pampas grass. And the grasses begin to rustle and blow in the breeze. And all of a sudden you're starting to feel like there's rumbling underneath the earth. And things start moving and shaking. And it's moving towards you. It is so loud. It's getting loud. It's sounding almost thunderous. And then you look you look and you realize it's a coach. It's a coach. Coaches are coming, and they're being pulled by teams of spirit animals, some with horses, some with lions, some even with wolves and zebras. Oh my goodness. These coaches, they're huge. They're black and gold. And the wheels are so big. And they're coming towards you. So many with different animals. And they're all in service. Look for your coach. You'll see you will have your own coach because it will have your name on it. The name is in gold lettering on the side. And when you find your coach, the driver of the coach will be down, opening the door just for you. Notice what spirit guide, what spirit animal is driving your coach as he helps you in. And make sure you say thank you. You are going to notice that you're being taken to the land of spirit animals. A very, very special place where only a few humans have ever gone before. And it is a long journey. And once you get there, and you step down out of your coach, you're going to notice that you're literally walking on water, swimming in the air. It's such a strange feeling, and yet it feels quite normal to you. Take a deep breath in and hold it for the count of 5. And exhale through your nose. And you're going to notice all of a sudden the coaches are gone. The teams that pulled the coach are gone. And you're looking around, and we see other people from our circle here. But where do we go? Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes walking to you a very, very large Tasmanian devil. You're not sure. Should I be afraid? Or no, it's okay. He's signaling for us to come. We join him. and he leads us to a mound. And he leads us down into the mound. And as we're walking into the mound, we notice these beautiful, beautiful rose bushes, red roses, yellow roses, pink roses, purple roses, orange roses, all the different types of colors that you could possibly imagine in roses. And these rose bushes, it's like they're almost greeting us, saying hello, welcome. Let us escort you in. Let us help you, guide you through this mound and take you in. And we go into the center of the mound. It's a courtyard. And in this courtyard, there's such festivity going on. There's all types of spirit animals all over. Every type of animal you could imagine is right there. It's like they're having a graduation. Streamers are going and banners are going, and all of a sudden, a pack of wolves walk up, and one out of the pack comes to you and says, "We've been waiting. We've been waiting for you to come. We are so grateful for your presence, because we've been working hard to get ready for 2026. We've been training and working with the horse, the divine feminine, the one that speaks with communication through the body. That's telepathic. That can teleport. We've been working with her. And we've been training with the fire to be able to walk it, to hold it, to embrace it. We are ready for you, all of us, everyone. And you're going to hold out your hand now, your right hand, with that paper. You're going to hold it out. And you're going to say, these were my successes. These were my blockages, challenges of this last year. And this, I'm ready to let go of and step into a new realm, a new power, a new energy for this next year. So at this time, I invite my current guides to go if they must, stay if they will. For it's your time to decide whether you would like to be upgraded and trained to go further. All for your highest of good. And within divine will, we invite in the spirit guides for next for this next year to be with us. This can be 1, 2, it can be 3, a team of 3 even. And your highest of selves will interview each and every one. To resonate which one will be the best for you. There are spirit guides here that work strictly with communication, those that can help you strategically, those that can help you bring balance and play to your life between work and play. There are all types of guides here. Now that these guides have come into your field, ask them their names. Ask them to help guide you to remember the path of your soul. Allowing insights to flow from within and how you can best align with your life. And now it's time. It's time to return home. Your new spirit animals will guide you out of the mound and they will bring you back to the here and now. And when you're ready, begin to come back into our space, into the here and now. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wiggle your nose and ears. Welcome back, everyone. Make sure you have a sip of water or something. Do a big stretch. Who would like to share?
Oh, I'll share. I saw my cat was with me. She was on my lap the whole time, and I felt her purr, which was fun. We saw leopards and lions. I'm a crazy cat lady. I love cats. So I'm wondering what the symbolism is there. But I really saw to really tune into my psychic abilities because I have them. I have really good ones. And I even said to myself, what if I tried even harder? And then I got the message, don't. You don't have to. Just keep going. Just be you. But it's the cats that I saw and the Tasmanian devil. I liked seeing that because a lot of times like the fox, we have to be cunning sometimes and creative. And I felt that energy from that.
Oh, that's super. Thank you for sharing. Who else would like to share? Oh, Brianna, I can see that you want to.
Sure, I'll share. Can you hear me?
I
Um,
can.
yeah, it was interesting. I think what I found that's interesting was that like there were multiple animals that showed up, but the size difference really stood out to me. For example, like as the coaches were coming, and you were like, "Well, as you're getting on, like who's guiding you on?" And I was like, "Well, there's a tiger that was leading me on." But then I looked down, and there was also this little mouse that was like with me, and I'm like, "Well, that's a tiger and a mouse." Like that's. And then when we got to like the mound and everything, it was like you were like, "Okay, so who are the new ones?" And I saw a giraffe, but then I saw a cricket, and I was just like, okay, interesting. we have super super like larger than life, and then we have like the teeniest little companions that are there to share space and stuff. So I just thought that was interesting.
I think that's super. I love it. And I love that you had a mouse. Y- I will I will tell you the mouse to me is one of the most powerful, fantastic, awesome spirit animal totems to have. It really
Mm.
is. Because you can't keep a mouse out of anything. You know, a mouse can get you in and out of any place you want to go.
Mm.
And when they tell me there's a concert that's sold out, but I want to go to it, oh, you better believe I call on a mouse to help me get into
Oh
that
wow.
concert.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Who else has something? Christian, I hope you're
Yeah,
not going to talk about dragons.
no. I saw a few animals. Yeah, the dragon was the first one.
Mhm.
I haven't heard anything yet about what is their
That's
energies.
another class.
Ah, okay. Then an eagle, an owl was there, and a spider. A big spider was running all over me, up and down, left and right. So, so yeah, pretty exciting.
Ah, I love spiders. Even though when I was in Australia, I got really scared of the spiders. They're big there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Anyone else?
Yeah, okay. I didn't see anything, but I had when you started, I felt a big present behind me, something very small on my shoulder, and I was pure energy. I was connected. My feet were burning and connecting to the middle of the earth. The crown was open, connection up, and the third eye was whirling, and my whole body was pure energy somehow, and yeah, I feel it. I normally I don't see anything, but it was just my hands were heavy with power. It was energy everywhere. So it was a fantastic feeling. I felt safe. I felt happy, love, and I was just feeling. I was just yeah. It was strange, but a good
Well,
feeling.
that's exciting, Yuli.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's really exciting. Awesome.
yeah, it's still going on. But I don't want to disconnect yet. I'm waiting.
Okay. Well, thank you. So we're gonna have Jamie's gonna give you some information here, and we'll have time for some questions and Q&A in just a bit.
I saw Irene unmuted her mic. Did you want to share too?
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
yes, I kind of needed some time to yeah process what I was experiencing because it wasn't that I could see the whole animal. It was just the feet. Like the coach was brought by something like an elephant. Like I saw just
Wow.
the big feet of them, and then the part of the long nose,
Trunk.
but I couldn't see the whole thing. But when you said look for the animal that is was den Wagen führt, what is that in English?
To help you in the coach?
Yes, yes. It was just very tiny, and I could see the whole animal. It was like in English it's a hermine, like a weasel, like a very small,
Hamster.
long
Oh, no.
ermine, hermelin in German.
It does not matter.
Does
Okay.
not matter. And later there was like a monkey, but more like a meerkat. Like I only saw the hand, like it came and grabbed my own hand and was like, ah, let's come and let's play and let's look and then again the long tail, but I couldn't see the whole animal. It was really more about the touches and how it felt when it came. Yeah, it was more about the feeling than seeing the animals, and it was kind of confusing. Maybe they should use some uh, writing their name on my hand, so because I couldn't get the names of the animal, it was more all about the feeling. Yeah.
Well, the names will come to you in time. The names will come in time. Yeah, we had evidently a moose present for our friend in the Netherlands, and a turtle. Brianna said she had saw a turtle as well. These are great signs, people. I love them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you all enjoyed this journey, and it is something that we would like to invite you to continue on. Every month we will have a similar kind of experience. And I always believe when we go into these journeys, it's never the same each time. And there's definitely something to heal when we go on these journeys together. There's a lot of energy that is running, and you will get whatever that you need to get at this stage in your life and this time in your life. So every month inside this community that Sue is building, it is going to be one of these journeys, similarly to what you experienced today. And every month, also in the beginning of the month, you will get to receive an initiation into specific energies that that Sue is going to be delivering to you. So in this membership, you will find the abundance, the Council of Abundance, the Council of Clarity, and the Council of Protection. And these are the channel work of Sue. So the art pieces look something like this. I don't know if you can see it. But this is the energetic impression of the council that works with you for the particular month. So if you would like to check it out or join us, there is the link here for you to take a look. Go. And so there are two stages to this membership. You can join and receive all those things that I've just talked about, or as a premium member, you actually get the print of the artwork sent to your mailbox. So, and also other goodies and courses inside this space. And for a very limited time now, when you join, because you are inside this particular class, you also get to receive one of this when you join as a premium member, which is going to be shipped to you, Sue's Totem Oracle deck.
Ooh.
Yeah. And we truly want to develop this space so that we can all gather and talk about all things spirit animals, because, you know, we are those kind of people. And
Yes,
yeah,
we are.
and continue growing and evolving and learning different things to help us in our lives. Great. We look forward to spending more time with you in there. We have a great space for this community. You can download this app on your phone, and it's easy to access the classes and all in there too. So
And
we are opening the floor now. Yep.
I just want to say one of the things about this particular membership, I love totems so much. All right, I really do. I think that being able to see people's totems and work with the totems has given me personally so much in my life that whenever I felt alone or abandoned or forgotten, I realized that these totems, these guides are always with me. So I was really never alone. I was never abandoned. They were always there working with me and giving me the comfort when I needed it the most. And they really have taught me different ways to bring healing in my work, the healing aspect to the work that I do. And what I really want to do is to be able to bring this to everyone where it's really affordable. If you look at the prices of the membership here, you know, the monthly membership, it's like going and having a Starbucks, all right? You know, and that is nothing. So I really encourage you to join us in this membership, because you're going to get so much out of it. There's so much there for you. So yes, now we'll open for questions and answers and readings and totems and other things, all related.
Anyone have any questions they would like to ask?
Yeah, I have a question. It came up when I spoke about this with a friend, and she mentioned that as far as she knows, that totem animals have different meanings depending if you see them in real life or if they appear in the dream. Is it as you experienced this as well?
Not really. No. But they do have different meanings if you see them in different situations. You know, it could be the shadow aspect that is come up, or it could be the real positive energy. You know, there's when you do a tarot deck, when you do readings, sometimes they have, when the card is upside down, it means it's the shadow aspect, correct? So years ago, when I was traveling so much in the U.S., and in the U.S., you'll see a lot of roadkill, a lot of animals on the side of the road, and it's so sad. And I realized that's the contrary.
Mm.
And I realized at different points in time when I encounter an animal, it could be the contrary, and it depends on what's going on in dream time, or what's going on in your, in the essence when you see it that way. It depends on what is going on, depending on the meaning sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing's clear cut. Any other questions? Brianna.
Yeah, I've got a question. I guess it's more of like a terminology question. So I've heard people use like spirit animal, and then I hear people use totem animal. And I guess I'm wanting to like clarify. I think I've heard things of like maybe a totem is more like a temporary kind of thing that's like with you during a season or a time that you need it, versus like a spirit animal is kind of like one that's more long term or even permanent. Is that like accurate, or are these two terms interchangeable and people have just been like swapping them out, or like what's the deal?
Well, what's the deal? Well,
What's
if
the
you're in
deal?
my world, if you're in my world, it's all the same.
Okay.
All right, totem, spirit animal, and that is all the same. Yes, there are people that will say a totem is yours, that is with you all the time, and a spirit animal is something that comes in to give you a lesson. All right. However, my personal opinion is that it's all interchangeable with the name. It's gotten very confusing over the world over the years.
Yeah.
Th-
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
Yes. Connected to the question of Brianna. So I could have a spirit animal, a spirit guide that stays with me like always, like it travels with me my whole life. And then there's some that are just there for a certain period of time where their energy or their message is, yeah.
So I'm gonna stop you right here. We
Yeah.
have 128 energy points to the body. In our bodies, in the bodies that we have, there's 128 energy points. Each energy point has a totem / spirit animal that is guiding us, that's working that energy. So at times there will be some totems that are right out in front, leading the way, working with us, because this is who we are. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're going through right now. These are the lessons that we're working with, and this is our team. And then as we grow, those totems will step back and other ones will step forward. This is one of the reasons why I do people's totem portraits. There's people that have their totem portrait done once a year with me, because they want to know who's going to be working with them this next year, what's important about it, yeah, and where am I going. And so the ones that were there that you had in a portrait at one time might not be there this next time, because they're stepping back. We're in a new place. We're in a new place to grow and to be. But they don't leave you unless you fire them.
That's possible.
Yes, that's what I said in the beginning. We can fire our guides and get new ones. However, that is a whole nother class for another time, which will probably end up being in the membership.
Okay,
Now,
I have
who
a
is this person that's peeking in and peeking out?
Okay.
Oh, they just ran away. Go ahead, Brianna.
So I guess then I have a follow-up question to her. The last follow-up question is like, so you were talking about that we can fire them. Um, but I guess if they're present with us, my assumption is that they would be here to kind of try to help you get something or learn something. So why then would we get rid of them? If we would it just be that we feel like they're not working or we're not working well with them or we're not understanding what they're trying to give us, or why would we get rid of them if they're here to help?
Well, okay. Let me think about how I want to answer this question. So you have an accountant, and the accountant, he's a pretty good accountant. You know, he's okay, and he helps you. All right, but yet you always seem like you're paying more taxes, and things aren't quite, they're okay. But all of a sudden, you meet an accountant, and this accountant has more training. And this accountant has saved you $3,000. Okay, are you going to keep the accountant that was okay, or are you going to upgrade and get the better accountant?
Well, yeah, we're gonna upgrade. We're gonna upgrade.
So that's exactly what happens with people sometimes, because we can have, people can have totems and guides that have been with them lifetimes, in lifetimes, and they might not have the same capabilities to really guide you in today's world strong enough. So this is where we say thank you to them, release them so they can go get their own upgrades and training so they can come back, or they can go on to someone else for where they're at, because your vibration is now higher, so they can meet someone else. That's why.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love questions and answers. Anyone else? Christian, I cannot believe you have not asked one question yet. Or Sybil.
I have another question.
Of course.
Because I find this idea very interesting that I can send them off to have fun with your own training. Goodbye. See you later. And yeah, I was wondering, the totem animals I experienced so far, the energy always felt like they really were kind of waiting that I asked them questions or that I invited them to help me. Is it always like this, or can I also meet a totem animal that is like, oh no, I don't want to work with you or something? Or are they all like, yeah, come on, Irene, let's work together?
Well, if they're a totem and they're going to be there for you, they're going to be, let's work together. They're going to really be, let's work together. And one of the things about guides, I don't know if anybody's realized this or not, they love to be talked to. They love for you to talk to them and tell them how you're feeling. This, when you feel like you just need to dump, this is a good time. This is the perfect people to dump with. And I call them people, and they are. You just do your dump there, and they'll go, oh yeah, okay, here, let's sweep that up and throw it out. And here, Now that you dumped, you need to listen. All right? Because they want you to talk to them so much. Spend 3 minutes a day talking and then shut up for 3 minutes and listen. That's 6 minutes out of a day. You've got that. No problem. So that's what you do. And you really listen. You get a dialogue going. And it's really interesting. Hey, Jamie, would you be willing to share what you did with your guides, that you wanted specific energy coming in, and so you asked for this? Would you share that? No? Yeah? Maybe?
Thinking about it. Another time.
Okay. So there's really, you can get very specific in what it is that you want to know. And in a former life of mine, I was a screen printer, and I was working on printing these jackets, but the ink wasn't taking, and it wasn't working. And I was getting really frustrated because the jacket itself cost like $30. And I had an order of 100 jackets, and I already lost like 5 jackets because they didn't print right. That's too much money to be losing. And so I got so frustrated. And my mentor that I was telling you about earlier, she said, "Have you talked to your guides? Did you ask your guides to bring you the right person, the right one in that knows how to screen print, that knows how to do this stuff?" And ask your guides to go out there and ask your totems to go get you the right guidance. And so I did. And I was like, yeah, this isn't working. I put the jacket on, and it was all of a sudden, it was like I knew exactly what I needed to do. I knew exactly how to mix the paint or the ink and what additives that I needed to use. It was like I knew the ratios and everything that was just needed, the temperatures that I needed to use for the heating process. And I stepped back and I looked and I asked. And the owl was there. Owls are all about knowing. They just know things. I've never worked with an owl before until that moment. And I was like, wow, this works. Okay, Cynthia just wrote in something. In your experience, what does a badger headdress mean? Badger headdress. I guess in a way I'm not sure exactly what you're asking about, Cynthia. You meaning like a badger in regalia?
Hello. Sorry about that. No, there was one of the guides that came to me was wearing a headdress that was made of a badger,
Interesting.
and it had the jawbones and teeth along their jaw on the outside, and the claws were coming around the eyes. But it was an entire badger skin as a headdress.
And who's wearing it?
One of the guides that replaced one of my other guides. It was a Native American, and They were in what I can only guess because I'm unfamiliar with, but medicine person's clothing,
Okay.
and they had a badger headdress.
Okay. Well, badgers are about, badgers help us set boundaries, and they're very determined, so you can't really hold a badger down in a sense. If a badger wants to know something, it's gonna just keep pushing the envelope until they get the answer. And that's one of the things that I find badgers to be quite useful on. When I'm stuck and I want to give up, I invite the badger to come in and help me. So what it sounds like is your guide came in to help you, really push forward with whatever it is that you're wanting to do in this next year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have another question. Because when you said they love to be talked to, I remember that I had a conversation with I call it just my communication totem animal, because I don't get a clear picture what kind of animal it is. So I tried to ask it, and then I got the answer, the name, and it was Sylvia, and it was like, why do you have such a common woman name like Sylvia? And then I went a couple of days later, I went on a retreat, and there I met a woman who had exactly this name. And I also discovered with her together that we had a very strong connection to Japan and some past life and anything. So it was like meeting a very, very old friend just for 2 days in this life. And she has the name the spirit animal told me, and now I'm confused. Like, can a spirit animal kind of be represented by a real human, or what is the connection of this?
Well, it seems to me that your spirit guide really wanted for you to know them and know them well. So they found a human to represent them.
So if I kind of look what this woman kind
Or
of
maybe-
represented for me, that I can see more clearly what this totem animal is.
Or maybe the totem animal just said, "Hey, I'm going to give you a heads up." He said, "This is about communication. I'm going to give you a heads up. You're going to meet Sylvia." And maybe you didn't get the name of the totem yet. Sylvia's coming, and she's got lots for you.
Okay.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us today in this sacred circle. And I really, really appreciate for everyone being here. And I hope to see you inside Inner Journey with Spirit.